Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. So, basically, this is an update on, well, my hiatus. Again, uh, so you think of yourself, like, you maybe think of yourself, oh, what can the matter be? But Johnny's so long, and, well, I think I just did a Thomas reference there, but anywho. So, you really made me think of yourself, again, like, you're thinking to yourself, Brandon, where are those other videos like this and this and this? Again, as I said, next the next video actually won't be till like near the end of the month. Actually, the next several videos will be till the end of the month. Uh, actually, Station Master Cat Studios 2008. That is actually that's actually Jazz Prime from James Bond 1981's universe. I was I was his voice actor. Uh, in a couple episodes of his. So I know I haven't changed the icon. I just haven't bothered yet because, well, why not? Now, as you saw briefly, I okay, cool, nice. Yeah, I'm pretty good acquaintances, friends with Steve. I haven't been speaking to him in a while. I again this but again, what am I trying to say here? So let's just say that, as I said, was trying to say earlier, I just said briefly, DaVinci Resolve I have. It's a brand new editing software. I've got a lot of things I want to do, but I'm not going to shove them all at once. Meaning, I'm not going to just, like, basically, I'm going to, like, take my time with certain elements of my design, certain aspects. Because I realize, now, keep in mind, like, everyone has their own style, everyone has their own unique aspect and such. And of course, there are certain flaws that need to be eliminated from certain aspects, certain flaws that need to be uh, vanished in a way. But of course, you got to keep in mind you have to overcome certain roadblocks to get to what you want to be and what you want to achieve. But what I'm trying to say is this: my Thomas content is, as I said, expect a whole new outlook on my series. Like, as I mentioned, a whole new outlook and some original ideas and original this, original that. Because clearly, because well, clearly to an extent, copy and paste does work, but over time it gets repetitive and it gets redundant, as I mentioned. But of course, like I will say, like certain live streams that you were supposed to see this year, they're still going to happen at some point towards the end of this year or next. But again, I've got a long road ahead of me in terms of this. Like, I've got a huge, huge, like, many obstacles to overcome. The Thomas fandom is interesting. I know I ranted about it some time ago, and looking back on that, yeah, it just, I was at my breaking point. I didn't know what to do. I just was really in a huge pickle, and I just wanted to, you know, you know, well, I will say this. I will say this. I was thrilled with Bachman Ryan, an official Bachman Ryan. And actually, you may not have seen on the premiere, but like you saw like a lot of people were excited. I was one of those. Twice you saw me getting excited because of Bachman Ryan. Because that's a figure that's a character that deserves a Bachman like release, a design. I wonder if they're gonna do Skiff. I'm wondering if they're gonna do I wonder if they're gonna do Sailor John. Honestly, Station Master, like like and that's the thing. Combining Thomas and Transformers as a soul as a soul universe is what I envisioned for my series. It really is. Well, I mean, I will show this off here. I showed this in my previous stream here, uh, or whatnot. It was a previous stream. I'm just gonna find it here. Basically, where to go here? Give me a moment. I need to show this here because Transformers is amazing. I really, you know. Oh, I know it's already been made. Hello CMF, and well, I mean, anyway, um, but now I need to show something off here, and I know I showed this off previously, but what do you think?
Did you enjoy through as a Thomas the Tank Engine OC I created for him? What? Apparently, the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom is apparently like really sinister and like really evil. So I don't want to like invoke them just in case they come down and crush me.
Yeah, so honestly, Caleb Prime does have a point, but it's not entirely true about the whole sinister and evil thing. And of course, I'm not doing the stream to, you know, sweep any of the darkness from under the rug that I've been a part of recently. Like, now, because here's the thing, Soda Origins, as I mentioned, the one project I've been wanting to do since 2017. I still want to do it. I've like I've had to I've had to delete and change some storylines for good reason because I had no choice. Because the ones I initially wanted to do were good, but now I have to rework them like throughout because like and I'm not sure when it's going to be released. It's the same thing on the level as Tobias and the Arcane Merchant on that level because I mean it's not going to be like what you've seen in the past where it comes to you know you get you get three little you just pretty much get one transformation sequence and then that's it. No, you're gonna see a bunch of transformation sequences. You're gonna see a lot of explosions and sound effects. Um, as for backdrops, I'm not too certain because again, we're gonna have to figure out the whole green screen thing. That's gonna be a whole little their spiel there and whatnot. But again, what can you do? And sorry, my nose is clogged. Uh, allergies. Thomas and the Return to the Magic Road. That was actually very interesting. That was very interesting, and I'll tell you why. Because it really, and that's the thing. Gold Dust Hunters. That's another project that I've had to shelve this year. It was going to be out this year, but it's going to have to be at least next year. It'll be out because and I'm gonna be honest here. First and foremost, I rushed some of the filming. I did. I rushed some of the filming. I'm going to go back and rework everything throughout. Secondly, like I just, you know, I just, I just the human character designs. While I was proud of them, like I'm going to try a different way to create the human characters, the same similar way, and make them fully animated because pretty much on that level, Mister. Pretty much on that Pretty much on that level, Mr. IRJP 2000, yeah, because I really would like to, like, because I was inspired by that, and I tried to find the same software, and I just, I mean, I'm sure there's other similar programs that does that. I'm sure of it. I mean, now, does it sound like I'm in a rush? No, I'm not. I'm a curious person, all right? It bothers me when most people, like, misunderstand me or whatnot. But that's another story. Um, it is one of the popular fan films, Station Master Tobias and Pariah. It's the Tamar parody is up there too. Don't get me wrong. The Tamar parody was amazing. And it was amazing that they used actual props from the um from the Magic Railroad film itself in that. That's okay, Mr. IRJP 2000. It's okay. I will do my damnedest to see what magical combination I will try to unlock the source of the magic gold dust. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, I just got to do this here. Anyway, where was I? Uh, yeah, the 13 primes. So that's fairly interesting. If you go by continuity, if you go by continuity uh on the 13 primes, because like, because let's see. Hold on. I'm just gonna do a little bit of research to answer your question on all of this because let's see. So So the 13 primes: Prima, Megatronus, Alpha Trion, Vector Prime, Nexus Prime, Solus Prime, Liege Maximo, uh, Alchemist, Onyx, Micronus, Quintus, and Optimus. So those are the, you know, now, uh, well, Cadillo Studios. Um, that's a good question. That's a very good question, Caldillo, because let's see. Um, let's just say a certain member of the Brony fandom got himself in hot water, but we'll leave it at that. Um, let's see. Uh, that would be quite possible if Jesus was a transformer. Would that make him a prime? Of course. I've seen a lot of Tatmate 2009's content. He's amazing. Like he 3D prints a lot of stuff, and that's awesome. Like I think he's doing a large scale version of James and Thomas. I think I'm sure of it. Now I myself, and I you've seen it briefly on some of my videos. Yes, I own a 3D printer, and you will see videos of it. I did some recording of it. You'll love it. Um, thank you, One Track Mind. He does, Station Master. Micronus appears in Robots in Disguise 2015, but he only appears in the pretty much in the season one finale and the beginning of season two, and then he's gone. You don't see him again. He's there and he's gone. Like it's not like he was useless. He granted Optimus Prime power and then he came back to reclaim the power. uh, well, I get the logic, but still, it's not like it's not like it's not like Prime at the Matrix again. He didn't have the Matrix. It was sacrificed in Prime. Like it just now it's interesting because in Cyberverse, McAdam was based off of Theo Adams. No joke. Like his facial designs and body appearance. I'm not even kidding. Like I don't know if Cyberverse like did this knowingly or they just pure coincidence, but God. Well, briefly. Um, to be quite honest, they reused a lot of things from Transformers Energon in already 2015. Not just the crash combiners. The transformation sequences in I think it was in the little mini saga with Starscream in season 3 at some points, especially like the combined sequences with Metasaur and Ultra B. Like, really? I mean, like they never did that in Prime. There was no transformation sequences. There was now, okay, in Armada, Energon, there were, and Cybertron, Cybertron was famous for the transformation sequences. That was pretty solid. That was pretty good. But still, it wasn't just a mess of things. Um, it really, like, there was just even though Megatron was mentioned a lot, we should have seen Megatron. We only saw Starscream, Soundwave return. Arachnid's storyline wasn't properly dealt with in 2015. It was never mentioned. Uh, the human characters from Prime, Jack, Miko, and Raph, we never even saw them. They were mentioned, but we never saw them. Uh, anyway, eh, Armada was pretty good. I mean, it's been what, 20 years since Armada came out? It still holds up. I mean, the first entry of the Unicron trilogy, and a lot of people believe, like, truly believe that Armada should have just ended as it is, and then Energon Cybertron would not have happened. But again, like Energon really kind of like because of not because of licensing scene, but because of continuity. They kind of like because in Armada it goes Megatron, Galvatron. Then at the beginning of Energon, it's Megatron, even though he's Galvatron, and then it's Megatron, Galvatron again, and then Cybertron, Megatron, Galvatron. Although in Japan, it's Megatron, Galvatron throughout Energon, then it's Master Megatron, Master Galvatron, and that's it. Uh, well, I really think, I think Grimlock was honestly the bulkhead of Team B because even though they interacted, Bulkhead and Grimlock did for a brief time. Again, it is what it was. And Steeljaw was a very interesting character. Like, kind of think of it, Steeljaw was really, I don't know how in the world, like, he never even knew about Megatron, honestly. Like, yes, he had interactions with a lot of interactions with Bumblebee, of course. He never interacted with Starscream, of course, but the thing is, he really was just trying to be himself. Now, yes, his alliance with Sally, even though it was brief, was kind of interesting. But still, what can you do? Um, oh geez, I'm kind of getting off track here, but no pun intended. Well, that was in G1. That was in G1. Although in Beast Wars, Megatron kind of puts a twist on that line with Waspinator. Well, that's a good comparison. That's a very good comparison. Now, honestly, imagine Steeljaw, but like, imagine Steeljaw, but he's Ratchet from Robots. Like, if you remember that movie that came out in what 2005, which that was still a classic, but it's been what? It's almost 25 years since that film came out, and God, I remember some of the Robin Williams. That was one of his finest roles as Fender or Bumper, whatever you want to call him. I mean, God, it was quite a Rat Trap did kind of like let the let the mouse out of the hat with some of the language, especially. I think he kind of had some uh, some very colorful dialogue towards Silverbolt. It's obvious. It was trademark and copyright issues with the naming. I think that's why, like, you know, and Breakdown Breakdown. Of course, we know he was killed in Prime, like by Arachnid, and then Silas used him as a you know you know merged himself with Breakdown's like remains after the Nemesis Prime fiasco. Um, like that. I think at the time of this recording, Bachman Ryan is on pre-order. I'm not sure. Now I don't own a Bachman layout. I don't. I just own Toby and that's it. Uh, but anyway, let's see. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you kind of spelled Jeffrey wrong. It's not Joffrey. It's Jeffrey. Yeah, let's Jeffrey's twin is Joffrey, or is it that evil twin that's in Victor Tenzing's universe? Oh god. Though I will give Victor credit, his Reddit Railway series is pretty amazing. Like, I mean, especially the trilogy of some of those stories that but anyway, I'm going way off topic here. I could talk for all hours. But basically, to put oh, all right. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Uh, the fireworks display. That's quite a story. And speaking of story, um, so you may be wondering, and there was a comment on my recent community post about coming soon. That's let's just say it's another Halloween story that I'm working on, and all I will say it is a story that was an audio story from TARDIS 9, which I've gotten special permission to adapt the story. What it is, it's evident. That's all. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. And in terms of what the title of the video or the live stream says, to put it short and sweet, I'm doing much better. I've still got a long ways to go, and I hopefully and I'm hopeful that in the next several months that you know I'm able to right the ship and get things back on track. So until next stream that we see each other, take care one season or good day, and catch you later. Bye bye.